What is going on, guys? MLB The Show 24. Now, we're just showing you the female creative player options. Like, you know what I'm saying? The different options for your creative female. The reason I'm even doing this is because the female is new to the game. So it's obviously all different stuff. Now, immediately there's Joe and Joanna random, which, they give you female right away. It's not just for Diamond Dynasty, like I initially thought it was, because the advertising looked it as if it was based on that. But anyway, let's get into it. First, we're going to go to physical appearance because that is really the only difference. The attributes, equipment, motions, none of that stuff is unique to female at all. It's the same exact stuff. The only difference is your physical features, and that would be obvious, right? So we're going to look at the heads first, okay? You have your heads, okay? Now we're going to look at all. Now they don't have as many as the males, obviously, because this is a male-based game. You're not going to have like too many women in the game anyway, so they don't give you millions of options. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the faces. And of course you can morph all the parts. If you see something that doesn't quite look right, but it looks similar, obviously you can edit that. So these are your faces that you start off with here. Okay, now the face, it definitely looks a lot different than the male. The face is more like clean cut. And that makes sense, you know what I mean? It should be like that, not that that's always going to be the case. We're just kind of going through their heads here. And I'm pretty sure the facial parts all pretty much look different than they look on the males. Obviously, they would, because they want the character to look more like a female. I was kind of wondering about that, but they did a good job making these look like definite women. I mean, I was kind of worried about body structure. Like, are they really even going to give them female body structure? They don't have animations that are unique to female or nothing like that. Like running or walking in a certain way, like they do in EAFC, where you can select the animations. Not that they're female, but they look more female-like on some of the running animations. But anyway, and I'm talking about EAFC. I'm not talking about this. This game doesn't have anything like that. Of course, you got your head size, stuff like that. But let's go to, you also have makeup. This is a surprise for me. I didn't expect them to have that, but, you got this here. It's like, that's not makeup. That's just, the color of the mouth. But you have your mouth that you can morph, of course. That's not anything different from the males. You can do all that with the males too, so there's no sense in like looking at all this stuff here, because all it is just morphing the parts that's already there. And you guys already know about that. We're gonna look at hair too, you know what I'm saying? But makeup is only unique to females. Of course it is, right? Contour, I don't even know what that means. Let's find out. Oh, it's on the side of the face. Okay. Like blush type stuff. I don't know much about this makeup game. Okay. I'm not into that stuff, but I mean, I don't have nothing against it. It's just, I just don't know nothing about it. Okay. You have eyeliner in the game. And this is surprising. Usually when they put females in professional sport games, they don't bother with makeup. Like EAFC or NBA 2K, games like that have women, they don't mess with this stuff. Even Super Mega Baseball doesn't even mess with that stuff. You know what I mean? You got this here. This is okay. And you just go to 0, that just makes it where they don't have any, of course. And you have lid. I didn't even know what that was, but that's like the top of the eyelid, I guess. Then you have all this stuff here. And I don't know if there's really a lot of women that even play this game. I mean, I'm not saying you have to be a woman to create a woman, because, I created a woman on here too. But I'm just saying, I don't know that this is, something. And I'm surprised that they even did this. This is the mouth, obviously. You can, and then you could just do this. Well, what is this? Contour color. What is contour in Maine? What's the difference? I don't know what the difference. I don't know what that means. But anyway, I'm sure people that know a lot about this is what you have. You have different colors that you can put. Just like on all the other makeup options, you have all your different colors that you can have on the face for all the different makeup types, the eye, blush, and whatever that other stuff is. You know what I mean? You can do all that stuff on here. And I'm showing you this stuff because that stuff is unique to the female. Now let's take a look at hair. Now some of the hair, now we're going to look at all of them, okay? Some of them are going to be the same ones that you see in males, some are not. Now these right here, you can, obviously they're not going to discriminate and say just because you're a female, you can't have the short buzz cuts, because obviously there's women that have these type of hairstyles. So of course, naturally, they're going to give you that option to have this. Now, I don't know exactly. I know pretty much all these short hairstyles are in the male option. The long hairstyles, maybe not so much. But I think a lot of them are, if not all of them. I mean, I didn't really look through that to see. But, yeah, these are all male options as well. And they just want to give you that open range of, they don't want to limit you and say, well, only females can have this and only males can have that. Of course, with the hair, but as far as makeup, you're not going to put that on men, and then they're not going to, give you the option to put facial hair on females. And all that stuff makes perfect sense. But as far as the hair, it looks like they're pretty open-minded, you know what I'm saying, giving you various options. Even though you have less hairstyles for the females, I think you do, you still have a very good range. I mean, they did a good job of putting hairstyles in the game that are more like a woman, seeing that, since they wanted to put a woman in the game. Again, that was very surprising to me. A baseball game, and I understand Super Mega Baseball, but that's not really like this type of game. This is an MLB game. And, Super Mega Baseball is like an arcade cartoon-based type stuff. So, of course, they're going to, as we continue to look at these hairs. And the hair texture has improved in this one from previous MLB The Show games. It at least improved a little bit. I'm not going to say it's dramatically better, but it's definitely better to some extent or whatnot. But anyway, these are the options that they give you. That's all the hair options. And like I said, there's nothing else really different. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff here is the same stuff. You have all this stuff here. All this stuff is for males too. So there's no real reason to really show you that stuff. This video is just to highlight the different options you have for your female characters. And, another thing, let's go ahead and look at the what you can do with the body types, because it's the same but different. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously, what I'm saying is slim and curvy. You have those options. Obviously, the body is going to look different because it's a female body. You get what I'm saying. And then if you add weight to the person, it naturally makes them bigger. If you want to max out, I don't know what the max is. What is it, 300 pounds? 250, 240, I guess. That's not 240. I can tell you that right now. That's more than 240, but because you give them that body type, that could be 240, but that's not. But anyway, that's your max. Let's see, this is your minimum. That's not terribly thin, I mean, of course, you can morph the parts, like make the neck smaller, make the arms and stuff littler, or make the arms skinnier. Of course, you already know about that. Get the Popeye arms on the skinny body. So yeah, you can morph everything here. And if you just want to change something specific, just like on the males, but naturally the bodies do look different. The body structure, they did a good job. It does look like womanly. Since they just added females to the game and it's a baseball game, I was kind of worried, like, are they even gonna make them look like complete females? Like, if you look at the shoulders, the way the arms and legs and stuff look, they definitely look womanly. I mean, they definitely added the woman to the game. I mean, for sure. And they did an excellent job with it too. What's the height limit in this? You can go ahead and put a you can put a 5'1", and they adjust the weight and height like because that's a shorter woman her with that same weight obviously. That ain't 180. I can tell you that right now. It's probably a little more. But anyway, you can do a lot with the female in this. Now this is kind of fun. I don't know that I I'm gonna use a female in a minor league career, like just one. I'm not gonna play the whole thing out. I might just control just that player and just have a little fun with that. You know what I mean? But my main franchise mode, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just using my normal players. I have some creative players on there. But anyway, this is your options for your creative female in MLB The Show 24.